Hello, everyone. I'm Mariquita Solis of Climate Healers, and I am talking to Monali Jain today. So, Monali is going to be one of our guest speakers at the next VCOP, which is July 26th, 27th, the Vegan Convergence of the People, Thriving on Planet B. So, today I want to get to know her a little bit better. And I want to make sure to invite you all to register for VCOP. Don't wait till the last minute, please. Go ahead and register today. So, Monali, thank you for joining me. It's great to talk to you. I know we had some connection issues because you're in India,
Yes.
and I'm in the Atlanta, Georgia area. So I'm excited about your presentation. Can you tell me what you'll be discussing on at VCOP?
Hey everyone. So I'm Monali. As I'm meeting Markita here, I want to talk to you all about this cause that WeCop is doing. Uh, so my focus is on nutrition because I'm a certified plant-based nutritionist, and I've also ran a plant-based cloud kitchen in my city. And as I was doing it, I realized that not a lot of people are aware about it. And we are facing each passing year more rising health concerns, especially in India. So if we see youth, if we see people of old age, everybody is going through it, and nobody is there for the right education to give them the correct guide. And we are currently also seeing a climate change, which we are unable to connect our health and the planet with, but it's a correlation altogether. And I want to focus where we can also be in tune with ourselves in terms of our health while being in tune with the planet. Our health depends on the health of the planet and vice versa. If we get to know about our own health through nutrition, we want to then focus towards healing the planet as well. But right now, because we are suffering ourselves in our own body, because we are not feeling safe in our own body, we cannot possibly look for other things that are making it unsafe. So I want to focus and shine the light towards healing ourselves and healing the planet altogether.
Well, I'm excited for your presentation and I'm excited to know more about you today. So tell me, you are a Jain, and that is always a spiritual exploration or a spiritual way of living that I've been very interested in. So what would you say about Jainism for someone that doesn't know anything about it?
So Jainism, of course, speaks about a lot of things, uh, which already aligns with somebody who is connected with climate and not harming. It's called Ahimsa living. So our basic five principles are: number one, to not harm any living being. Number two is to live in a way which provides the least harm to the planet as well. So we even avoid the vegetables which are grown from the root because the planet is harmed while we sow it out. So we also focus towards the planet that we are living in. Number three is our soul. So we speak against self-harm. We want to nourish ourselves. We want to take care of ourselves as well. So Jainism is all about living in oneness and doing as much harm towards self, towards the animal, the living beings, and the planet altogether. Uh, Veganism or plant-based lifestyle and Jainism are very much aligned in terms of spirituality as well, because once you become one altogether with these three is when you reach enlightenment towards doing better for the other, including other people, the animals, and the planet.
That's, I mean, that's amazing. And I know how dedicated Jains are about every living creature and being aware of the tiniest little insects that are crawling in front of their path, which is beautiful.
Yes,
That's an elevated sense of spirituality and awareness and connection with Mother Earth. And are there a lot of
Yeah,
Jains?
so even
Go ahead.
so I was just going to make an example. So in the morning today, my dad was just making food by his hands for ants. So every day he feeds food to the ants in the morning time.
That is beautiful. Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
So are there a lot of Jains that you know, or in India, are a lot of people Jain?
Uh, yes, we of course are a community who are the most present in India for sure among the Hindus and other caste. So it's definitely growing. We were a minority. We still are a minority, but the Jains are definitely more in India. We get to see a lot of us.
Well, do you have friends in the United States that are Jains?
Not really, but I do know that there is a active Jain community over there, who also have plant-based speakers. So they also talk about how Ahimsa living in Jainism truly connects your purpose of leaving everything, when it comes to even the clothes that you wear, the products that you use at home, everything to be very conscious and not very harming towards the planet and the animals. So if we talk about the clothes, then we avoid silk, we avoid leather, we avoid wool, because that also again impacts our way of living and our ethics towards harming other things. And yeah, I get to see a community, few of the communities in the US which speaks about it.
Well, do people, I mean, what's a criticism of Jains? Do they say, well, that's too far, that's too much? What do they say about Jains, the typical person?
So here, most of the people, they of course love that we are always trying to be as conscious when it comes to treating other beings. So they definitely have a respect for. We also see some of the people saying that nutritionally it's not right to avoid so much because we have a lot of so some people might not align with, and some people also might not fully when it comes to their taste, but very used to with enjoying animal based products. They don't fully align with the concept. But if I talk about most of the population out there, they definitely respect, even if they don't fully understand it.
Well, that's good to hear. How do you, so being a vegan and being a Jain is very connected. How do you deal with the emotions? Like many vegans are very sad and angry and depressed. How do you deal with that? How do you ground yourself?
So my journey, to be honest, became very beautiful even from the start, because even if I was alone, I felt alone in my city because it's in North India and it's very dairy heavy, very meat heavy city. I met a plant-based nutritionist 5 years back, and throughout my journey with her, I connected with my purpose, I connected with my health. I was suffering with a lot of issues earlier, and while working with her, I saw a lot of patients being healed through this diet, connecting with spirituality through this lifestyle and everything else. So I just became closer to myself and my purpose. And then, of course, I started discovering more. And whenever I used to find myself alone, I started, doing something which would not only help me connect with the people, but also allow other people to find resources. For example, 5 years back, I started a plant-based kitchen because I couldn't find enough plant-based products. And then a few years later, I found a conscious community because I felt that people who are feeling alone should feel together through this community. So for me, it was a very beautiful journey. Of course, I had my ups and downs, but the ups were way too many for me to face any downsides of it. And I feel that in today's world, you can connect with the right people very easily, even if you are alone in this journey physically. So, yes.
Well, that's true. I mean, it's up to us to try to find the people that are like us, because if we wait, they'll never come to us, possibly. So let me ask you,
Yeah.
is your family vegan and Jane?
So my sister turned vegan after seeing me. She was not even in India. She moved to Europe, but after a year of seeing me in my journey, she adapted the lifestyle there itself. And my parents are not fully vegan, but they do admit that it's a greater lifestyle towards this their religion and everything. It's more to do with their addiction, I would say, towards dairy products, but 70% lifestyle of theirs is 100% there. It's just a thing or two when it comes to family gatherings or if social events is when they don't want to restrict themselves. But at home, they try their best to follow it. Yeah.
Well, I love that compassion that you have for your family and for others. And that would be, I would expect a quality of Jainism. So as a Jain, when you talk to people about veganism, what would you suggest? I mean, what's a good way to communicate to others?
So again, people who do follow this religion very like to the heart, they are already there. They would, the moment we tell them about Ahimsa living and veganism, they really want to accept it and move towards this cause and plant-based living and everything. So they are very willingly accept accepting of this concept, but at the same time there are a few gens, quite couple of them, who don't fully agree towards leaving dairy per se, because they're not revealed to the horrors of it. They still believe that cows are treated nicely, and especially in India they're treated like a god, or like our mother, but it's not really the case. They don't really want to accept it, because of course it can be difficult. We are emotionally very close towards milk and milk products, so it's very hard for us to accept and realize that it is causing harm to the animal and it's not good for us in terms of our health as well. Yeah, but we have a vegan Jain community in India where there's a movement of all the Jains who are educating other Jains about this lifestyle.
That's wonderful to know. It sounds like you all are very progressive over there, and it's very inspirational. When I do, sometimes I do these little quizzes, and they'll say, "What, what religion, would you be?" And they always say Jain, and I always say, "Oh, I would love to be a Jain." I mean, I think to be that enlightened and to care so much is just incredibly powerful and incredibly connected to Mother Earth, and where every tiny insect matters. Because I mean, that is very profound when you've reached a level of awareness. And this is just very inspirational.
Yeah, I believe it's not to do with the religion much as it is to do with the lifestyle. So as long as you're following such lifestyle, you're already there. Because of course, a religion does not really define a person's way of being. We do see a lot of Jains who are not fully committed towards this lifestyle, but we see a lot of people with this lifestyle committed towards Jainism. So
Well,
that's the paradox that you see.
well, that's good to know. All right, so I'm going to keep moving to being a perfect Jane, or moving towards that. So that's wonderful. And Well, this has been very enlightening, and I really want to invite everyone to make sure to join us on July 26th and 27th for VCOP 22, Thriving on Planet B, for Monali's presentation. Make sure to register early, and thank you so much for this time of sharing your beautiful language to of love to the universe. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Markita, for having me here. I'm really excited. And this is an amazing cause. This talk will be very exciting for us and for the people who attended. So I would suggest everybody to attend this talk on 26th and 27th, and don't miss it and register right now because this is going to be profound. We will cover everything that you will need to become your best version of self, even when it comes to nutrition, your health, your enlightenment, spirituality, your lifestyle, everything.
Wonderful. Okay, we'll see everyone there.